Today, welcome to my channel, Old Stoic. A genius, but if you could understand exactly what women truly desire, how would you use that? Knowledge sounds amazing, right? But there's the twist. If you could magically read a woman's mind, you might still find yourself scratching your head in confusion. Why? Because about 80% of what women deeply want is never said out loud. They won't ask for it and they won't make it obvious. This reminds me of Stoicism, where the real strength lies in understanding. In let's note immediately obvious and embracing it with calm confidence. Hi there, this is James, and in today's video we're diving into 9 things women absolutely love but will never ask for us. As me, the 6th one is going to blow your mind. So stick around until the very end before we divine. Take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle our relationships using that of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections. Ready? Let's jump right in. Unpredictable. All right, here's a little secret that not many people talk about. Unpredictability is one of the most magnetic traits a man can have. It's not just about being spontaneous for the sake of it. It's about keeping her on her toes and sparking that sense of excitement that makes her feel a little think about it. Women by nature are drawn to a mystery. They love a man who can keep them guessing. There's something thrilling about not knowing what's coming next. It's that curiosity, that little flutter in the chest that comes with wondering what's he going to do next. Now, let's be real for a moment. Imagine if a guy just did these things every single time. Sama routine, same plushasami lines. At first it might feel comfortable, but over time I gets, well, a little boring. It's like reading the same chapter of a book over and over when there's none predictability. She can figure you out in no time. And once that happens, it's easy for the spark to fizzle out. But there's the kicker. Buying unpredictable distance mean buying unreliable or constantly changing plans. It's about unpredictable. Adding those unexpected moments that shake things up in a good way. Think of it as creating a little surprise, like planning a date somewhere new or starting a conversation didn't see coming. You're not just deferring routine, you're offering scaver. And who doesn't love that when a relationship starts feeling too predictable? Though you might notice some subtle signs she might stop responding to. Your messages quickly cancel plans or maybe even disappear for a bit. And here's where things get important. Don't chase after her. When this happens, it's not about playing games. It's about faving the confidence they don't know when topple back. Sometimes the best thing you can do. Let her feel the absence so she starts wondering about you again. Now, if you want to stand out and keep her intrigued, here's the Stoic art of this embracing. Unpredictability's just about being random. It's about knowing that life has its ups and downs and being okay with the flow of it. The Stoics talk a lot about buying steady. Not because we can control everything, but because we embrace the uncertainty of life by buying unpredictable in a positive way. You're relevant in alignment with that Stoic mindset, comfortable with unknown and ready to face. Weight comes with grace and strength. So what's takeaway? Be the guy who adds adventure, who surprises her in a thoughtful way and keeps her wondering what's next. The more you break free from the usual, the more she stay intrigued. And remember, unpredictabilities mean inconsistency. It's about buying stable in your own strength. Spoodalingo, little room for adventure to Makahar fall. Even deeper for you to be a great listener now wet. Let me tell you something that might seem simple on the surface, but is actually agam changer listening. I know it sounds easy, right? But being really good at it, it's a whole different ball game. Women truly appreciate a man who doesn't just hear words, but actually listens to Hyman in relationships. Communicationists, the foundation and listening is the key half of the equation. So here's that problem. Many guys fall into this trap of fast listening. You've probably seen it or even done it yourself. Physically though, but mentally checked out to Yahoo. The word's sure, but you don't trally con it to be a great listener. You're kind. Of off just going through motions. But there's the thing that's not what messiahs stand out. What sets you apart as active listening, greedily tuning, and engaging in showing that what she's saying matters to you. Active listening isn't just about nodding and giving an occasional while you're scrolling through your phone. It's about putting down the distractions, locking an eye, contact, and responding with genuine questions or thoughts that show you're actually observing what she's sharing. When you'll make her feel like what she's saying is important, she feels valued, respected, and truly seen. That's a powerful feeling. Trust me now. Why does this matter so much? Women by nature are communicators, express their thoughts, their feelings, their desires, and sometimes they just need Sam, who will be there and listen, notice, when someone is really making an effort to understand them. When you practice active listening, you create a safe space for her to open up, which builds trust and emotional depth. In your relationship, here's the part that most guys get wrong. You don't have to fix her problems or offer advice. And unless he specifically asks for it most of that time, she doesn't need a fix. She just needs to feel heard. It's not a booty-foring solutions right away. It's about showing her that her thoughts and feelings are worthy of fat and chin. When you do this consistently, amazing happens. She feels more comfortable around you. She trusts you more and she'll start to open up on a deeper level. The more you show that you care by really listening, the more she'll engage and connect with you. This is that stuff that sets you apart from theists will overlook this simple but incredibly powerful way of building connection. And here's a little Stoic perspective for you. The Stoics believing the power of being fully present, focusing on what's in front of Yahweh. Distraction less well is a perfect example of this. It's not just about fearing her words. It's about being in the moment with her, embracing what's unfolding and responding with wisdom and understanding. By doing this, you're not only building a better relationship, but also practicing the Stoic ideal, often fullness and presence. It's about making sure you're giving her the attention she deserves without the rush. Don't be too much of a nice guy or that pressure to fix anything. So then next time you're with her, put down your phone, lock eyes, and realist, trust me, Thea Ferns, it makes his remarkable trident be too much of an age guy. All right, let's talk about something that might hit close to home for a lot of guys out. They have a nice guy trap. Now, don't get me wrong, respect is absolutely essential in any relationship. There's this fine line, right? Yeah, I want to be respectful, but you don't want to cross over in teth territory where your kindness starts to feel like submission. You know, that type the guy who treats her like a queen, puts her on a pedestal, and forgets. It's toasted himself constantly pleasing her. But somewhere along the way, he loses sense of self. And that's where the problem starts, when you go too far into that nice guy territory. You're not lifting yourself at a disadvantager, also making things feel, well, a little bearing. The issue isn't that you're being kind or thoughtful off. Course, those are qualities women love you. Swan, that kindness turns into predicity. You become so nice that you start to fade into the background. You're safe, sure, but also dull. And that's where attraction starts to fade. Now, what's the solution? Simple. Find the balance. Don't be afraid to be bold, and no, bold doesn't mean rude or disrespectful. It just means standing firm in your sense of self. It's about being confident and knowing what ya went on, being willing to express it without fear. Women are drawn to men who have courage to take the lead. Wanna wento challenge them in a fun and exiting way. It's the playful, teasing willingness to take a risk and flirt that sparks the excitement. But here's the thing. Don't confuse confidence with arrogance. Confidence. This isn't a butt-billing hair or treating her poorly. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, and not being afraid to show that you're more than just the nice guy. You have your own life, your own passions, and your own boundaries. And once you start showing her that you're not afraid to be yourself, she starts seeing you a sumione. Interesting, someone she wants to pursue. You see, this is where the Stoic dressed to impress philosophicomus. The Stoic believed that true wisdom comes from understanding who you are, knowing your worth and standing firm in your beliefs without needing external validation. So, instead of mold, holding your sphere to fit what you think shouldn't, take a step back. Focus on who we are to your core. Stand by your values. Assert your boundaries. And let her see the full, confident, and real version of you when you're grounded in this sense of self. Relationship becomes stronger, and there's a genuine connection because you are not hiding behind the mask of the niece. Sky no more. And here is where it gets even better when you stop trying so hard topless. Something amazing happens to you. Start living life with more purpose, more excitement, and guess what fit energy is contagious should be drawn toward your confidence, your boldness, and your willingness to take charge. That's the stuff that keeps things exciting and, most importantly, it keeps her engaged because no one wants to be with someone who's predictable, right? Be a man will bring something new, some psychic to the table. You'll be amazed at how it shifts the dynamic. So go ahead. Be kind, but never lose that sense of array and boldness. Treat her with respect, but also let her see that you have a life of your own, full of passion, confidence, and the courage to take her risks. That's the man she'll start chasing. Nothing. One who's sitting in the corner away is trying to please for dress to impress. First impressions matter, and the way you look plays a big part in how people see you. Women pay close attention to how a man presents himself, and dressing well is a surefire way to make a lasting impact. But here's the thing, it's not about wearing expensive designer clothes. Dressing well means wearing clothes that fit you properly, suit your body type, and show off your personality. How you groom yourself also plays a role. Good hygiene and a friendly attitude are just as important. Picture this: a woman has spent time getting ready. Her hair is done, makeup is on point, and she's dressed stylish. Then she meets a guy who shows up in wrinkled clothes and messy hair. What does that say? It gives the impression that he doesn't care, which can be a total turnoff. You don't need a closet full of fancy clothes to look good. Just invest in a few classic pie stick charge thought, make you look sharp and put together. Stick with neutral color lines and clothes that fit comfortably. A well-fitted blazer shiny. Shoes and a yacht hairstyle can make a world of difference. Dressing well isn't just about looking good for others. It's about feeling good in your own skin. When you look your best, you naturally feel more confident. And that confidence will shine through in everything you do. Wouldn't you take pride in your appearance? Your restoring respect for yourself and for the around? You hate quick pause. I want to hear from you. Out of these traits, which one do you think is the most important when it comes to attracting a woman? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you've ever noticed how these traits show up in your own life, share a story with us. I'd love to know your thoughts. It'll definitely help get these conversation going. So comment Gothis if you're ready to take your Gamito the next level, or tell me trades you are already mastering 5. Take charge. Women erroneously attracted to men can talk lead. But here's the catch. Leadership is then about being bossy, or controlling, about being decisive, confident, and assertive. Whether you're planning a date, picking a restaurant, or making long-term choices, women appreciate a man who knows what he wants and takes action. Indecisiveness is Adarnoff. Akai will constantly ask Swati, you want to do, or puts every decision in her, can seem passive or unsure of himself. On the flip side, K-man who confidently makes decisions and takes the initiative shows that he's reliably incapable, for example, on a dates. Take charge by picking where to sit or suggesting a fun activity. This shows sure that you've got things covered and that you're someone new makes her feel safe and cared for. But remember, taking charge doesn't mean ignoring her thoughts or preferences. About leading with confidence while also respecting our needs. When you strike that balance between confidence and consideration, you make her feel valued and cherish that. The secret to being a truly attractive man's sex master. The art of fleeing her. One of the most important yet often overlooked skills a man can have his ability to make his partner feel truly master the art of pleasing her please, especially in intimate moments. Many women have shared that. Their partners either rush through intimacy or treat it like a routine. This can create your distance and leave her feeling gunful. Real intimacy is about more often than just physical satisfaction. It's about connecting emotionally and showing care. Take your time and focus on her pleasure. Pay attention to how she listen to her reactions and be present when you give her your full attention and enthusiasm. She feels special and appreciated. Each woman is different. So as important to learn what she likes and pay attention to her cues. Don't treat intimacy like a task to check off a list. Instead, view it as a child chanted to grow closer and show her how much you carry confidence and communication, or if you're unsure. A butwat shell likes, don't be afraid to ask bung open and curious. Helps build trust in, makes your connection stronger. By putting effort to this, you show that to her. Not only caring, but also that her happiness and satisfaction matter to you. Trust. Male notice, and it will make Hiravan more attracted to you. 7. Learn to say no setting. Boundaries is key in any relationship. While it's natural to want to make your partner happy, always saying yes to everything can make you seem like you push over women. Respect men who know fair limits and aren't afraid to speak up for themselves. Saying no doesn't mean being rude or uncaring. It simply means you are staying true to your values and needs. For example, if she asks for something unreasonable or pushes your limits, it's okay to say no. This doesn't make you less thoughtful. It makes you more respectable. Women sometimes test men to see how strong and confident they are. If you always agree with everything, she might start seeing you as someone wope can't stand up for himself. But if you confidently assert your boundaries, you'll earn her respect. Think of it this way. Scarcity creates value. If you are always available and say yes all the time, she might start taking your efforts for granted. But when you learn to say no when needed, it creates a healthier balance in the relationship. This doesn't mean being stubborn or unwilling to compromise. It's learn to say no, about finding a balance where both of your needs are respected. When you prioritize your own values and goals, you'll naturally attract a partner who values you for who we really are. 8. Embrace emotional strength. Emotional strength isn't anything women really admire. It's not about hiding your feelings or acting like you don't care. It's about handling your emotions with maturity and strength. The man who can stay calm when things are retail face challenges without losing his cool and support others when they need it is very attractive. Life has its ups and downs, and women want a partner who they can lean on when times get hard. Emotional strength shows that you can for her like a solid rock during tough times. It's about being kind and understanding while still keeping your composure and confidence. This doesn't mean you can't show your emotions. Being honest and open about how you feel can help you connect even more deeply. It's all about balance. Being open without seeming weak. Emotional strength also means handling criticism or rejection without getting upset. Women respect men who take feedback well and use it to grow. When you work on your emotional strength, you'll become a better partner and a stronger person overall. This trait can improve your parts of your life, from relationships to work to friendships. Embrace emotional strength to be a man. Faces challenges with strength while still being caring and understanding. This balance will make some people admire not just for being reliable, but for being emotionalist, strong. 29 Show purpose and ambition. Women are naturally attracted to Men who have a clear sense of direction and ambition. A man who knows that he wants in life and works hard to achieve. ICAO's confidence and driest trait is powerful because it signals stable Leon determination. Having a purpositos to mean you need to be rich or at the top of your game. It's about having a vision for your future and actively taking steps toward it. Whether you're working on your career, chasing a passion, or growing, as a person, what matters is your dedication to becoming better. Ambition also earns respect. A man with Gulshaus. He's not satisfied with staying same name. This makes the relationship more exciting as knows they are always working to improve, not just for yourself but for your future jet together. However, ambition should be balanced with care for your partner style. It's great to focus on your goals. Don't forget her or make her feel like she's competing with your ambitions. Involve her in your journey and show hers is an important part of your life. When you live with purpose, you become more attractive. Your drive commented focus you app. Thank you for watching. These 9 traits are just the start of what it means to be a high-value man. Remember, self-improvement is a journey, not a destination. By applying these principles, you'll not only improve your relationships, but also grow as a thank you watching for this video.